For every horse that has known the comfort of the same old stable door and the joy of a familiar pasture, there are countless others whose paths have been marked by transition, transformation, and the quiet resilience that defines the equine spirit. From a quaint old farm to somehow being thrown away at auction and everything in between, this is my rescue pony Merrylegs' story. His story begins in a lush green valley nestled between rolling hills. A small farm in eastern Epona that bred and broke Dartmoor ponies was thriving. The farm was owned by a kind-hearted couple, Evie and Finley, and this is where one little grey pony's adventures began. As a foal, he was curious and playful. His life was very simple. Alongside Merrylegs was another weanling that was born on Willowdale. Her name was Penelope, and she was the most darling little strawberry roan filly. The day that Penelope was introduced to Merrylegs was the day he discovered a sense of belonging and a best friend he never knew he needed. Growing up, they were always within sight of each other. They would chase each other around the fields, their tiny legs moving as quickly as they could, and as they grew older, their playfulness turned into a deeper connection. They would spend hours exploring the miles and miles of acreage on the farm together. Merrylegs and Penelope became an inseparable duo. Their friendship was nurtured by the simple beauty of life on the farm, but dealing with the complexities of humans wasn't always easy. Steady. Oh, easy. You know, maybe we're pushing too hard. He might just need more time. He's had enough. You could grab Penelope from the field. Maybe it would calm him to have a familiar friend near while we're trying to saddle him, just at first. Hey there, boy. Look who's here. Easy. There he goes. Look at that. I suppose he just needed his friend after all. No better cure for an anxious horse than a friend. Eventually, they reached a point where they had developed a solid foundation in riding, and they both learned to trust their riders, with or without the other. Penelope and Merrylegs shared every challenging moment at Willowdale together, and despite the training and riding, they were always happy to come back to the same field together at the end of the day. As the days went by, Merrylegs noticed that Evie and Finley were receiving more visitors at the farm than usual. This is it, Willowdale Farm. Hi there, welcome to Willowdale. Can I help you something? I'm Jessica from Sunny Meadow Pony Rides. I'm looking for a new pony to join our team. Something with a gentle nature, good temperament for the kids. Ah, yes, I got your message. Let me show you some of our sales ponies. The roan is Penelope and the grey is Merrylegs. Both would be the best fit for your business. I will say Penelope has got a stubborn streak in her, so if there's going to be a lot of kids, Merrylegs might be the better fit. I do like the white one. He's got a gentle face, seems very calm. Yes, he's a sweetheart, and he's been quite well behaved since we started training him. Well, that's exactly what we need. Perhaps you'd like to take him for a trial ride? Oh, no, that won't be necessary. I know what I'm looking for, and I'm sure he'll be just fine. Well, we are so pleased to see Merrylegs go to such a good home. 20 years in this business, and this has to be one of our quickest sales. I just worry it was too quick. Oh, you worry too much. She looked like a perfectly respectable lady. I don't know. Not afraid of losing what I found. Merrylegs found himself at a popular children's pony riding center, Sunny Meadows. As Jessica led him to his new stall, Merrylegs caught sight of other ponies similar to him, but also ones that looked tired and worn out. The stalls were tiny and his legs ached standing on the stony concrete floor with no bedding. He longed for the vast fields and fresh streams at Willowdale, but most of all, he missed Penelope. Go faster! Faster! Come on! Merrylegs was overworked and underfed. He carried children on his back for hours on end without adequate rest or care, day in and day out, with no days off to simply be a horse. His once shiny coat dulled, his eyes lost their sparkle, and his spirit began to break. Hey boy, what's going on with you? You are not the same pony you used to be anymore. Hey Tom, I think we need to talk.
What's wrong?
I was noticing, Merrylegs looked lame in all his rides today. We can't keep a horse that's in this condition.
What do you mean? He's still making money for us, isn't he?
That may be true, but we've had complaints from parents about his behavior, and now he's lame. We need to get rid of him before someone starts to catch on. He's just a liability.
Fine, then get rid of him. But how about we just forget to mention that he's got any sort of limp?
With that, Merrylegs' ad was posted on the Jorvik Gazette page. A more experienced eye might have known that this ad was riddled with red flags and half-truths, but it didn't stop certain unsuspecting people from thinking that they had just found their dream pony. Mom, I found the perfect horse. Please, can we get him? Emily, a horse is a big commitment. And I know, I promise I'll work super hard to take really good care of him. You did get an A on your test. And Christmas is coming up. He does look very sweet. You know what? Let's do it. Really? I can't believe I'm gonna have my own horse. Here he is. He's been so excited for you all morning, it's like he knew you were coming. I guess we just have a special bond already. Yeah, well, his halter and leader up there, he's all yours. Yet again, Merrylegs found himself in an entirely new place. Watching the other horses, they seemed more content than the ones at Sunny Meadow Farms, happily munching their hay and whinnying to him as he walked through the yard, and he became the slightest bit hopeful. It had been years since he had gotten to run and play in a pasture like he did at Willowdale with Penelope, and while he missed the company of Penelope and the lush grass at Willowdale, he did enjoy the company of his pasture mates. But things weren't all rainbows and butterflies. Come on, you've had like an hour out there and I really want to ride you. Get over here. While the Grant family meant well buying Merrylegs, they were completely unprepared for the responsibility of a horse. As soon as they got Merrylegs home, they realized that they had no idea what to do with him. They didn't have the proper equipment or the knowledge to take care of him properly, and they were overwhelmed by the task of feeding, grooming, and exercising him. And Emily ran into lots of problems with Merrylegs. She would get upset when he wouldn't perform as she expected. She would pull on his reins and kick him, unaware of all the pain she was causing. As the days went by, Merrylegs became more and more withdrawn. He stopped responding to Emily's attempts to ride him, running away anytime she went to catch him in the fields. The Grant family started to get frustrated with Merrylegs' lack of progress and began to wonder if they had made a mistake in buying him. In a last-ditch effort, they decided to start taking lessons in hopes of fixing him.
Looking good, Sweet Pea.
Why won't you listen to me? I'm trying to tell you what to do. How about we take a closer look at Merrylegs? Can you trot him around for me? Emily, Merrylegs is lame. Feel how he's favoring that right front, especially not putting any weight on it. When he's being ridden like this, it's causing him a lot of pain, which might be why he's coming across as kind of sassy. Oh, what do we do? You guys are gonna need to take him to the vet, get him checked out, and Emily, you need to learn how to ride him gently and respectfully. You can't just kick and pull on his reins like that. It's not only hurting him, but it's also not teaching him anything. I'm sorry, I didn't know. We'll work on it together, but first we need to get Merrylegs some help. The vet appointment uncovered a myriad of issues he was dealing with. Not only did he have significant lameness issues caused by tendinitis, his hooves were becoming overgrown, he was battling mild arthritis, and the cherry on top, he was suffering from ulcers. Safe to say, unsuspecting Emily had her work cut out for her if she wanted a riding pony. It took a long time, but slowly Merrylegs was recovering. That's not to say all of his baggage completely went away with his ulcers and lameness. He still wasn't exactly the perfect kid's pony. Come on, Merrylegs. Okay, Emily, let's try that again. Walk, trot, back to walk. He's just not listening to me. Okay, that's because you're not giving him clear cues. Try it again, this time hands forward. Use your leg and seat aids, like we talked about, to communicate those transitions. Okay, fine. Hey, when was the last time you rode Merrylegs? I don't know, like our last lesson? Our last lesson? That was a month ago, sweetie. I just haven't had time. Well, if he's worth it to you, you have to make time. This is a pony that needs a lot of consistency. I know, I've been meaning to, and whenever I do, he just doesn't listen. I'm sick of it. I'm done. That poor pony. Sooner than later, Emily's mom made the decision that they would be getting rid of Merrylegs as soon as possible for all the trouble he was causing her little girl. She wanted a more trained horse for Emily, so in order to get the money fast, they sent him to auction. At the auction, there was a kind of tension in the air. The other horses were pacing and calling out in distress, and a whole bustle of people crowding the stall doors. Amidst the confusion, he wasn't alone. There was another horse, a roan Mustang, in the stall next to him. He too had been through a difficult journey to get here, being taken from place to place. Just maybe, this chance encounter would lead to a new beginning for them both. Later that day, Merrylegs was led out to the auction ring where his fate would be entirely in the hands of some unknown bidder. Little did he know, I was in the auction stands that day, eagerly ready to bid on my next eventer. So surely I wouldn't think twice about the little gray pony with hardly any experience. And well, that day I did come home with a little gray pony. +1. At the time, I thought he was just a cute face and a beginner pony for my lesson program, and I didn't fully understand the journey I had been on to get here. But I would soon learn. First, I started training him as my little jumper pony for my lessons, but it quickly became apparent that Merrylegs was not going to be that jumping pony. Nor would he be a lesson pony. He would nip at the kids on the ground and be incredibly difficult to work with under saddle. Came to the realization that despite what the auctioneer had said about him being a great family pony, he was most certainly not that. So I pulled him from the program and tried something new. As we worked together, I discovered that this lazy pony was a natural at dressage. But of course, we still had our work cut out for us. He was incredibly sour and dual while being ridden, but with soft hands and a whole lot of patience, I worked on regaining that trust that he had obviously lost somewhere along the way with humans. And at some stage, it was finally all coming together. I called him a teacher's pet because he was always so eager to please and quick to pick up on corrections. And as my confidence grew in him, before long we were competing at local dressage shows. People would stop by after our rides to tell me how well he was moving out in the show ring, and I couldn't help but beam with pride about how far this pony had come. And by some miracle or just a whole lot of hard work and time, even the students grew to love riding him too. He was patient and gentle, yet still challenged them to improve their skills. One student, Willow Eve, especially loved Merrylegs. At first, I didn't think much of her interest in him. She would come to ride him for lessons, and he would go about with his usual antics and quirks. But as the weeks went by, and she was spending more and more time with him, chatting with me after rides about how much potential he had, and begging me to let her ride him for the lessons, I realized she had a very unique bond with this particular pony.
Hey Molly, can I talk to you for a minute?
Of course. What's up?
Okay, I just wanted to ask, I know it's a long shot, but I'd regret it if I didn't. Could I work to buy Merrylegs? And before you say no, I've been taking lessons with you for 5 years now, and he'd just stay at the Cosmic Equestrian, and you could ride him whenever you'd like.
Wow, that is quite a bold ask.
I know it is. But I've fallen in love with him. He's so unique and special, and I think we would just make a perfect match.
You guys are such a beautiful team, and you know what? I'll consider it. Maybe we can arrange something. Willow Eve and Merrylegs started their journey together with a lease agreement. As his rider, Willow Eve would ride him regularly, and I would provide guidance and support to help them grow and improve. At first, everything seemed to be going smoothly. Willow Eve was a kind and gentle rider, and Merrylegs responded well to her calmness. But 6 months into their lease, Willow Eve could tell something was off.
Come on, buddy. Whoa, easy. You know what? I'm getting off. This is just so unlike him. He's been doing this for the past couple days. I'm not sure what's going on. I think we just need to get him a vet appointment.
Good call. I'll go and make him an appointment now. I really appreciate you being so observant. The vet examination revealed that Merrylegs was suffering from ulcers, which the vet said he had likely had in the past. It was a setback, but Willow Eve didn't let it deter her. Instead, she rolled up her sleeves and took on the challenge of caring for Merrylegs' ulcers. Every day at 4 a.m., Willow Eve would wake up to give Merrylegs his ulcer medication. She worked tirelessly to help him recover, and slowly but surely, he began to show signs of improvement. As the weeks went by, she transformed Merrylegs into once again a happy, healthy horse.
What a brand new day. Nothing can bring me down, nothing can get in my way.
One day, as I watched them ride together in the arena, I knew that she had become more than just a leaser. She had become a true partner for Merrylegs. Her love and devotion had helped him overcome his struggles. Beautiful! You have him really nice and collected there. You know what? I think you're ready to buy him.
Wait, you mean it?
You've shown me that you're not just in it for the pony fun. You're a true horsewoman at heart. You've earned my trust. And with that, the bittersweet deal was sealed. Who knew that this pony's quirks would lead him to find such a perfect match?
I was waiting in the undertow.
And what a fortunate turn of events it was. Merrylegs discovered love and kindness anew. His journey reminds us that even the most broken hearts can find their way home.
While I was waiting in the undertow.
I've climbed the mountains in Montana, danced in the lights of New Orleans. Portland ran away with me, and San Francisco stayed with me. Nashville made its way in between. Fell in love in Minnesota,